This is Professor Michael Chapman. I'm one of the most experienced IVF doctors in Australia. I believe that an important part that I can contribute is to educate patients in relation to fertility, infertility, and all that involves. These series of podcasts help to educate you. I hope they are helpful to you. If you wish to know more, however, I'm more than happy to have you contact me via email, which is profmchapman@gmail.com, or make an appointment to see me on 9138 4222.
Prof, I remember in one of your earlier episodes you talked about a student here doing some interesting things in the artificial intelligence space around work with photographs and embryos and so on. Could you share the latest in artificial intelligence in the world of IVF?
Yeah. So artificial intelligence is the rage at the moment, and it has been applied, and a number of clinics now are claiming to use artificial intelligence to help them choose embryos. However, randomized controlled trials have yet to prove that AI works. IVF Australia is conducting the biggest trial in the world, the results of which we'll know in the next month or two, to see whether using AI and getting a score based upon the parameters that only the computer can work out versus the eye of an embryologist saying this is the best embryo. That comparison, a blinded comparison, is what we've been doing. We wait with bated breath to actually hear the outcome. Anecdotally, AI certainly produces, in those patients with high AI scores, we do seem to get a better pregnancy rate by a few percentage points. But let's wait and see what the results of the studies show. Because there have been some studies elsewhere in the world which really are not small studies suggesting maybe it helps, but maybe it doesn't.
Are there any other latest trends that you would like to share that you've come across?
No, I think the PGT is obviously important. The AI is currently the flavour of the month. We still each time I sit on my desk, patients come saying that was my second embryo transfer and I haven't been successful. Should I give up? It's quite depressing for these patients who try, who don't. It's hard to accept the reality that, at best we're 40% per cycle, per transfer. And that means 60% are not going to be there and not going to have a positive test. So the majority of patients going through their first cycle are not going to be successful. The good news is that success rate continues. So if you think about 40% is sort of three-sided dice, and you keep rolling the dice, at some point you should win, unless there are other things that are stopping it other than the embryos. Seeing a good fertility specialist who understands the background necessities to get a good pregnancy is important. Increasingly, we're becoming aware of endometriosis as a factor in failed IVF. The immune story is still unproven, although lots of people are using steroids potentially unnecessarily, in my view. But in the absence of anything else to do, I certainly occasionally prescribe it. So what's new? This week, not a lot. The world keeps going on. Pregnancies keep occurring. It's been a good week for me. I've had 3 pregnancies, so it's good news.
Well, we're coming to the end of our session, so maybe we can close it there. But
yeah,
the next session, we can maybe talk about laser-assisted hatching and cryopreservation.
Yep. They're now pretty standard techniques, or not. I mean, assisted hatching is not proven, but certainly the cryopreservation story is a wonderful story. It's changed the face of success in IVF. If you want to make contact, either making an appointment to see me, you can contact me through IVF Australia, their 1-800 number, which Ash will put up, or by email michael.chapman@ivf.com.au. Don't expect me to reply immediately, but happy to broaden these presentations. Hope you're listening to the IVF Journey in my podcast. which are on iTunes. So many people, increasingly, people are saying how useful they've been, which is good to know because we put a fair bit of work into achieving them. So good night for now.
And the 1-800 number is 1-800-111-483. So please do contact Prof on there. Thank you so much.
And don't forget that you can access all the previous episodes by going to our website, www.theivfjourney.com, and select IVF Journey Podcast from the navigation menu.